Very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Next one is Waikura, Linwood-Central-Heathcote Community Board, Alexandra Davids, and accompanied by Arahanui Grace.
Yes. Kia ora everybody, thank you so much for having us this morning to present what has been happening in our board area, and thank you to Arahanui for pushing the buttons. Very professional. We have several Part A's to council today. I have spoken about them at our last council meeting that we presented at. So we have the Woolston Community Centre and the lease being granted to Te Waka Inua School. Just a little recap, this is obviously something the board fully supports, especially with the agreement from the school that they will be more active within the community and allowing those community groups to actually be using the facility, which has not been used for a while now. This will give members in our community, families and tamariki the opportunity to be more educated and have small events and music lessons and things like that. So we're really thankful for the opportunity for the school to take over that lease. We also have the slow speed neighbourhoods. They are obviously part of the National Strategy Road to Zero program. And the one that we have in front of you today is the Scarborough slow speed zones. This is a pretty simple report. We're just revoking speed limits of 50 to 40, which totally makes sense on some of those more dangerous roads. There was also a comment around Flowers Track, which is actually a walking track. While staff have said 40 kilometres is not the goal, maybe it is on the walking track. We could have runners 40k an hour, I don't know. But yeah, we totally support these speeds being lowered. Anzac Day commemorations. While it was unfortunate that we had several Anzac Day services cancelled this year, especially in the central city, we still had commemorations in some of our communities. So board members were able to go and place wreaths at these commemoration services. And it was great to see the community able to get out and about and still be able to have the services. Obviously, we had COVID issues and some potential issues around protesting, but we were still able to recognise our fallen. So just wanted to bring that up today. The Apawaho Lower Stock Bank project, we just want to say thank you to the council for taking the report off the table last week in order for both the Linwood-Central-Heathcote Community Board and the Spratt and Cashmere Board to get more information so we can communicate with our communities in a more informed way. So we're just waiting for information now around a time where we will be having a joint briefing, so then we can go back to our communities and inform them of what is happening, but also get feedback from them. So thank you very much for that. Youth Week. As you know, youth participation and advocacy is a really big thing for the Waikura board, and we've supported a range of activities for our youth over this term. But this week has been a really full-on week with many activities. Yesterday we were attending a briefing via Zoom, and we were able to have the 3-on-3 basketball competition live streamed to us for a short while. And it was awesome to see heaps of youth taking part. This morning we actually had an update on numbers, and last night alone we had over 200 young people at the event. It's been awesome to see youth organisations working together to pull these events together. Building a collaborative spirit has been a focus of the board and the governance team over this term, and we are seeing proof now of the success from all the work that has gone on behind the scenes. We have had a comment also from a National Youth Development Specialist who was attending the basketball event last night, that this was the best program for Youth Events Week that he has seen rolled out over the whole country. So just a massive thank you to all of the organisations that have been part of making this such a successful thing, and we hope that other areas will be able to pick up on the work that has been done on our side of town. On to the Eid Festival. So our governance team provided capacity building and event support to the cultural group Astrolab to plan and deliver the wildly successful Eid Festival last Saturday night at the Commons. It was a celebration of culture and the first open Eid Festival in the country. It was open to all, both Muslim and non-Muslim, and a great mix of people attended. There was a wonderful food for sale, games for children, music and entertainment. You can see from the photos, it looked pretty wild. It looks great. I just wanted to bring up our flagpole in Sumner. So this has been a wee ongoing saga, but I'd like to say thanks to Daryl Latham for bringing it to the board's attention. At the Matuku Taku Taku site, there was a flagpole prior to the earthquakes on the old Borough Council building, which became the museum and community centre. The Historical Society has lobbied for the reinstallation of the flagpole since the building was demolished, and plans were being made for the new building. The RSA has also requested a flagpole being installed some years ago, and recent communication with them indicates that they are also keen to be part of the process for the reinstallation of a flag. We also really welcome the suggestion to decouple the issue of civic flags from this local issue. And I just want to finish my presentation today with a thank you to Don Gold for the update this morning, and also a thanks to Caleb that has organised the meeting for Friday off his own back. He's just a member of the not just a member, he's a member of the community, so that's like a big effort. And we want to say thank you to staff for attending on Friday as well. So I think it's important that we're all working together and being fully informed when it comes to this issue in particular, and it's really great to see staff taking a role in that. And of course, thanks to residents for their ongoing patience and their active involvement on this issue that's affecting so many. Thank you.
Thank you. There's just a couple of things. One, Pauline and I and Yanni are all going, so the invitations come through, and I think they had an expectation that elected members would come. So
yeah, I've said I'm going.
So, but we're getting staff support for that. But I think that on the day it's about being there.
Absolutely.
For the community. The second thing is that I have an additional resolution that I just prepared in the meantime. That council staff worked with the Sumner Historical Society, the Sumner RSA, and the Waikura Linwood-Central-Heathcote Community Board to install an appropriate replacement flagpole either on or adjacent to Matuku Taku Taku Sumner Centre for use by the Sumner community. And you're absolutely right, they're two separate issues. The civic and international relations advice should not have got caught up in a community issue. So it seems relatively straightforward to have a fix. So thank you for bringing it to our attention. And also I'd like to acknowledge Councillor Templeton, who originally raised it with me, and Councillor Johansson as well. So we're at the end of the time. I just wanted to deal with those two issues.
I think it would be appropriate to just acknowledge the staff effort into the Eid Festival. It was turned into an event in weeks, whereas normally that kind of event takes months to plan. And so I just wanted to acknowledge the huge effort that went into it. It was a great event, so thank you.
Thanks, Anne.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alex. That photo you had showing the flagpoles on, is that, for some reason I've understood that they wanted to put it on the end of the building. If I misunderstood
Phil,
something.
we're leaving it to the community board to work with the Historical Society and the Sumner RSA
Okay, so
to get a solution, and it's either or. It could be
Needs-
either or.
Yeah, that was just an artist's
That was
impression.
an artist's impression that was early
Okay,
on.
no, that's fine. No, just I was involved with Porter Williams, and we did a flagpole down at the Aranui Wainoni RSA, and I can tell you exactly how much a flagpole cost because I bought it. It was $2.5 grand. So,
Excellent.
so and she
If that is
contributed
a
to a lot.
bid, I'd be prepared to accept it.
No problem. So we don't have to go crazy, but it's not on the wall. It's on the ground. So
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but we're leaving it to local ones, but it's going to happen, and that's to me is the beauty of the situation.
Thanks, Phil.
All right. Well, look, thank you very much for your presentation today, and
Thank you.
look forward to the next report, which hopefully has the resolution reported back.
That would be great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The next one.